Hi, this is Marlo with Marlo Gets Fit, coming to you from Grants Pass, Oregon. I'm a little bit late tonight, but I wanted to do day 4 of my series, 7 days of healthy steps to blast the COVID-10 away, because I know if you're like me, the stress has been getting you down and put on a few extra pounds, and so I'm working on getting that off. Thankfully, I've put a stop to it, but I know a lot of people are struggling with that, so I wanted to give you a few tips and hopefully give you some ideas to try to stop that. But let me see if I can get this shared really quick. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great day today. Start of a new week, start of all kinds of possibilities of getting good things done towards your goals. Let's see if I can find this really fast. There I am. I think that's the right one. Facebook makes this a lot more difficult now. Newsfeed, post, got it. Yay! So, hope you had a good day. It was kind of hot. It was supposed to be cooler than it has been. It wasn't around 100. I think it was around 90. But the end of the day just sort of heated up, and I was hot and sweaty and had to put the hair up and tank top on and all that kind of good stuff. I think it's still hotter inside than it is out since it's cooled off outside, but definitely one of those hot days and super busy as usual. So let me just put my readers on so I can read what I wrote down, some notes. So again, if you don't know who I am, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I work full-time, I'm a web developer, and then I have a home business, and I am on a get healthy journey, and I'm always trying to put out some videos, information and stuff to help you with your journey if you're trying to get healthier, lose weight, feel better, anti-aging. I'm all into that since I hit the big 5-0. Oh my gosh. So got lots of things that I've been using that have really helped me with better skin, nail hairs, and all that stuff. So let me just see. Today's day 4, so I wanted to talk about healthy diet changes. Of course, that's a big thing when you're wanting to lose some extra weight or try to stop the weight gain. And the first thing I want to cover was, you know, I do keto, so that is my main focus, but I know there's all kinds of things that work. You know, you got to find what is going to work for you and what you can stick to. So one thing you could do just simply is, if you wanted to try to cut some calories out, you know, is try to cut out those, you know, things that are, you know, sugary items, Cokes, sodas, those type of things. Cut those out or limit them. Maybe if you're a person who drinks a ton a day, maybe limit it to 1 or 2 if you're, you know, if you're way up there. Limit your soda intake. Just taking that out of your diet is a lot of calories, and that can help. And also try to limit your, you know, snacking, chips and stuff like that. Find something that's a little bit healthier, because I know when you're stressed, a lot of people stress eat, and so find something that's a little bit better. Even popcorn, they say, you know, if you do the popcorn, that's better than chips. I know for me, you know, I do low carb, so anything with potatoes are so good, but they're so horrible as far as carbs and spiking your blood sugar and all that kind of stuff. So if you can find something that's going to help you out. And then I wanted to give you some steps if you did want to start a keto diet. It is very healthy. There's tons of benefits. You know, it helps with weight loss, maintaining your weight loss, better mood, better energy, helping with your blood sugar levels. It's great for diabetics. My husband is diabetic, and when he's doing the low carb, he uses much less insulin. He feels so much better. His numbers are much more stable. So it really helps for diabetics. It helps with reducing your cravings and reducing your appetite. And you know, there's lots of other studies that show, you know, it lowers your blood pressure. And you know, it helps with longevity. I mean, there's lots of studies going on with lots of benefits to doing a keto diet. So let's see if I can read my writing here. Choose to count carbs. So some people, there's like strict keto, and then there's more of a dirty, lazy keto, which is kind of more my area. Some people are really strict, and they're counting every carb, every macro, every, you know, ounce of protein, everything like that. And then for me, it's just a little bit easier just to be more of a lazy keto, where you're just counting carbs. Like, I mostly just count my carbs. If I'm having some sort of issue, then, you know, like I'm stuck or something like that, then I might get more detailed. but most of the time it's just counting the carbs. And when you're on a low carb keto diet, you want to stay, and you're trying to lose weight, you want to stay below 20 grams net carbs per day. So if you don't know, if you haven't looked at it, most American diets eat a lot more than that. I mean, a low carb is like 100 grams net carbs per day, and then a lower carb would be around 50. So most people eat, it was 200 carbs a day. I mean, a lot of carbs. It depends if you're eating what normal people eat, chips and sodas and all that kind of stuff. So you want to decide how you want to do that. I recommend, if you're just getting started, to try to do the easier way. Just count those carbs. Don't make it too hard, because otherwise you won't stick to it. And so your whole goal when you're doing a keto diet is to get into ketosis, and that is a metabolic state, and that's where your body is burning fat for fuel instead of carbs. So your body, when you starve or deprive your body of carbs, you lower it below 20 grams per day, then your body will shift from burning those carbs that you're eating into burning the fat that you store on your body, which is awesome, right? That's what we want it to do. So to do this, for your the ratio that you want to eat, because usually it's a low carb, higher fat, and then a medium protein. So 75% of your daily intake should be fat, 20 grams of protein, and then 20%, sorry, 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. And most of those carbs are going to come from vegetables and things like that. Your green vegetables, certain of the lower carb vegetables, cauliflower, cauliflower rice is your best friend, or mashed cauliflower, so yummy. And broccoli, those green, lettuce, spinach, those type of things. So I have 7 tips for you. So 1, of course, restrict your carbs below 20 grams per day, 20 net carbs per day. And if you don't know what a net carb is the number of carbs, if you're looking at a label, number of carbs subtract your fiber and any sugar alcohols. So most sugar alcohols are going to be in sweet treats, like the sweet candies, the sugar-free candies. There's deer over here making noise. A couple of deer. So anyway, net carbs is the carb count minus fiber minus any sugar alcohols that might be in it. So that's how you get your net carbs, and that's what you're going to count. So number 2 is you do have to watch your protein. The protein is only supposed to be 20% of your day. So a lot of people think, and I do this, especially at first, it doesn't bother you too much because you're switching your body over. But if you do eat too much protein, your body is going to convert that into sugar and carbs and store it. It has to burn it off before it can get to the fat of your body. So you don't want to, if you find yourself stalled and you're just eating a whole bunch of meat, that might be the problem. You want to make sure you don't eat too much protein. Number 3 is drink lots and lots of water. You need water to flush it out. When you're on a low carb keto diet, your body doesn't store as much water. It doesn't keep as much. That's why it's really good with inflammation. What the thing's doing over there. So you want to make sure you keep hydrated. That really helps. And then again, number 4, you want to make sure you're keeping up with your electrolytes, because you don't have as much water in your body. You can go low on that, and it can cause what they call the keto flu, especially when you're first starting out, because it usually takes a week to 2 weeks for your body to switch over into ketosis. And during that time, it can be really, you just don't feel very good. You're kind of don't have energy. Your body's like screaming because it doesn't want to switch. It's like, where's my carbs? And your body goes crazy. And so if you add your sodium, potassium, magnesium, make sure you're getting enough of that. That can help a little bit with that, help you with a keto flu, and hopefully make it milder than it has to be. Number 5 is eat when you're hungry. These things they talk about, eat a bunch of meals all day long and stuff. You really don't need to do that. In fact, it's really spiking your blood sugar and stuff when you're eating all the time, because your body needs the rest. That's why intermittent fasting is so popular. You're giving your gut a rest, your body a rest, and it's able to reset itself and reboot itself. So your body does not want to eat just constantly all throughout the day. So you're better to eat just a few small meals. And usually, since I do intermittent fasting, I usually eat like two meals. So I eat like a brunch and then an early dinner. And that's kind of what I eat. And some people just eat like one main meal and then a snack or something like that. So you don't want to eat unless you're actually hungry. Actually think about, are you hungry or are you wanting to eat? There's a huge difference. And you don't want to eat just because you want to eat. That's the whole, that's one of the big things with stress eating and stuff, because you're eating because you're stressed, or eating because you want to feel better or something like that, instead of actually eating when you're hungry. So you really need to be mindful of that and think about that, because that's just a huge thing. If you can concentrate and mentally stop yourself, oh, you know what, I'm not really hungry, I'm not going to eat, let me do something else, do something constructive, find something else that you can get your mind off of it, and don't eat when you're not hungry. Number 6 is try to eat whole foods. And this is one thing, especially when I first started, it was much easier for me just to eat the basics. I would eat meat, cheese, broccoli, cauliflower, those basic things. I didn't want to have to think about how to do like a full meal or something like that, or recipes and things like that. So I ate the basics. And they say, eating the whole foods is better for you than eating processed. You can still, if you keep the net carbs under, because I do eat some processed things, especially now, I want some variety. I have my keto bread. When you're first starting out, you might want to limit those things quite a bit. You don't want to eat too much of that, especially when you're trying to get your body switched over into ketosis. So you want to limit those, and the more you limit them, the better off you are, as far as weight loss. If you're trying to weight loss, maintaining is not so much. You don't have to worry about it, but eating the whole foods most of the time is much better for you. Number 7 is exercise. Exercise, of course, is going to help you out. I did a thing yesterday, was on moving it and ways you can add movement into your life. So definitely want to check that out if you want to. Anything you can do to burn more calories, get more movement in, get your heart rate up, and just that's going to help you to burn more of the fat off. If you're doing that, more of the fat, more of the calories. And especially when you're first starting out in trying to get into ketosis and just start your keto diet, you want to do the extra exercise to burn off all that stored glycogen and stuff in your system, and all the sugars that are in there. Get that out of your system, because once you get it out, then you have less cravings, and helps with less cravings in your appetite and that sort of thing. So hopefully that gave you some steps if you want to get, start with keto, or if you're just wanting to make some tweaks, like, lowering your calories, get some sodas out of the way, get, those chips and all that, sugary snacks, try to cut those back so you can cut those calories, and hopefully, stop that stress eating, stop the snacking, and try to get that exercise, because that's a big thing. If everyone's stuck at home, you're not getting out as much, you're not getting as much exercise, so you need to find a way to get that in and fit that into your lifestyle that you're living right now, until we can start getting out more. And then hopefully you can stop that COVID-10 or 15 or whatever it might be. Hopefully not. But anyway, if you want a full guide to getting started with ketosis and keto, your ketogenic lifestyle, I have 10 easy steps to get started with your ketogenic lifestyle, and it's lets you know what to do, what not to do, and also it has a food list to help you know what to buy at the store, so you aren't surprised and you're not sure what to buy. It'll give you a list for that. So if you want that, send me a private message and say 10 easy steps, and I'd be happy to send that to you. And then also, as a side note, I just wanted to know that this month my company is doing a fundraiser, a matching donations to the Underground Railroad. It's such a great organization, and it's helping so many people right now, so many lives out there. And if you want to participate and find out how to help with the donation, I'd be happy to send that to you too. Just send me a message and I will get the information of how you can help out and how you can get our matching donation to do that. So anyway, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you on my next video.